Alright, I'm gonna make a tutorial on how to add IEDs to your map. I've had a few people ask me lots of questions. First thing I'm gonna do is open up your editor, pick a map that you want to play on, click save, and then call it whatever you want. Let's call it IEDs for now. Now you need to open up where you saved it on your Windows Explorer. Copy the EPD folder and the init from the download. So if you open up the init file, you'll see you have this spawns all the IEDs, starts the program. And if we want to change where the IEDs are at, we can go to IED settings in the EPD folder. This first setting is debug. It'll show you where all the IEDs are on the map, where all the fakes are, how close you are to them, if you're next to them, how fast you're going, and other various stuff. You should turn this off before you release the map. The hide IED marker will put the alpha to 0 on the marker so you don't see it if you start the map, if you have that as true. The items required for disarm, this is what you need to get a disarm option. Right now it's just a toolkit. Better disarmer are people who are better at disarming bombs. So these guys will get a bonus when trying to disarm them. The base disarm chance is what everybody has to disarm, so a medic would have a 75% chance right now. This bonus one is what these guys in the better disarmer category get, so they'll get 75 plus 20, which is 95% chance to disarm. The secondary chance is how often secondary IEDs will spawn after initial one goes off. So right now it's a 50% chance. The smallest chance is there's a 4% chance for a small IED, 40% chance for a medium IED, and a 40% chance for a large IED. The IED secondary items are the items that the secondary IEDs will hide in. So you can change these if you don't like my initial ones. These are pretty tiny. And then the small one's a little bit bigger, and medium one's a little bit bigger than that, and the large is the biggest. Since we just chose Stratus, these locations here aren't very useful, so we'll go ahead and delete them. We can make our own, which I'll show in a little bit. This allow explosives to trigger IEDs was added in the last update. You can use grenades and stuff like that to blow up IEDs. You can turn that off with this option. So we can define where IEDs are at by making with this IED array. So the first way to do it is to create a marker on the map. So we'll go back to Arma, put down a player, and say we want to put an IED right in front of us right here. We'll go to markers, F6. We'll just call it IED 1. We'll leave the size as 1 and 1. Now we need to come here and say the marker name, and then which side we want to set it off. So we want west, since we're on the west side. Now if we go back to Arma and preview it, there's a bucket right in front of us. We can see on the map, it's small. There's the debug screen in the top right, that triggers 0. So the next way to do it is to give it a chance. Say we want like a 20% chance that it's a real one. We'll say 20 right there. We'll preview it again. This time it's fake, so we can run around it all we want, nothing will happen. We'll up this so it has a better chance. Preview again. This time it's real. Again, it's just pure. So the next way to do it, if you want more than one, go ahead and delete this one. So make another marker. We'll go somewhere that has some roads first. So I'll put a marker in front of us right here. Give it a size of say 150. Call IEDs 1. So in this circle, any road there can potentially have IEDs on it. So we need to add another entry to this. And we called our markers IEDs 1. And we'll let the west set it off. So now if we look at our map, there's 2 IEDs here. A fake one and a fake one. So put a box and wheelbarrow next together. If we restart it again, you'll see that the IEDs are in different spots. So there's a trash pile over there, the wood pile right there. Let's say we don't like how much, we don't want 2 IEDs, we want more, right? So we can add a number in here, maybe we want 10. So we'll preview it again. Now there's 10 real ones and 10 fake ones. And they're all over the place since we have a pretty small marker. Let's say we want 1 real one and 5 fake ones, we can do that too. Preview it again. Now we have 1 real one and 5 fakes. Let's say we want more than 1 marker, so we want to have this intersection be another place. I'll make another marker called IEDs 2 or whatever you want to call it. Give it a radius of 250. So now we have 2 markers, we have to put 2 entries in this array. So put a comma here. IEDs 2. Maybe over here we want 20 real ones and 5 fake ones. I want the west to set it off. So preview it. We have the 5 fakes and 1 real, the 20 real ones and 5 fake ones. I can jump over there real fast, see what it looks like. Lots of debris all over the place. So the next way to do these, we've covered these down here, is to make a predefined location. So if we look at the map, we'll delete these markers. Say we want to put some IEDs around here on every map that we use. So this is 037 and 048. We'll just call it center or something like that. And these 3 numbers need to be inside brackets. And we'll just give it a size of 1,000 maybe, something like that. So now, instead of having these markers anymore, we can just say center. And we'll have the west set it off. And it'll use the size of the marker we gave it, which was 1,000, to just pick, I think 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But maybe we don't like having 10 there, so we can say we want 35 in the center there. So now we have more IEDs. The advantage of doing it this way is you can keep that marker between every map. So now you can just copy paste that center location to the next map you make, rather than have to make a marker on each map. And you can have multiples of these too. It also takes the fake format, so if you want to say 100 fakes and 35 real ones, you can do that too. So there's gonna be lots of debris all over the roads. See some stuff down there. Alright, so now that we've done the predefined locations, we'll do map locations. So say we wanted to put IEDs all over a GM arena. You go to CFG Worlds. This map you're on, we're currently on Stratus. Go to names. Pick the place you want. So like we want to do a GM arena. And you need to get the name out of here, match that exactly. And then just make another entry. And we'll say 10 IEDs and 5 fake ones. And the West will set it off. We can go to preview again. You can see there's 10 IEDs around a GM arena. And there's 5 fake ones. It'll use the size that the config gives. So right now it's a 200 by 200. Now let's say you don't want to put marker names, you just want everything. There's this all marker, so we can just say all, and then West will set it off. This is a combination of cities, villages, and locals. And these are all defined in the config. So like a GM Marine is a city, the airfield is a local, stuff like that. Click preview. So Stratus doesn't really have too many places of interest. We have these 2 villages down here, this city, this little town over here, the capital city, and the airfield. And again, you can just use all villages, locals, or cities if you don't want everything. Now let's say you want to make a safe zone, so we don't want IEDs to spawn in the airbase because people want to take airplanes off from there. So you can make a marker, call it whatever you want, say safe zone, give it a decent size. So we want to make sure the runway is safe, so make it just a little bit bigger. So no IED will spawn inside this marker unless you explicitly put one there with the original method. So we'll come down to the very bottom of this file and say safe zones. Safe zone. Now I'll go ahead and preview it. So the runway is now clear. This is just slightly outside that circle we made. So that's kind of where I got stuck. If we wanted to move the marker to the right, we could. So I'll show you that. Now we'll really make sure this is safe. So now nothing is over here. I hope this helps. If you have any more questions, you can ask on the forums.